Hello. I did make a video earlier about Snapchat. It is down about 27% in the after hours market, and it's obviously affecting a lot of advertising companies. This is Meta and Google as well being affected significantly as a sympathy plays pretty much. Meta is right now down about 4% in the after hours market, sitting at $126, which I never thought I would see, to tell you the truth, when I bought the stock at about 158 is my cost basis. But right now it's actually even lower than this, and it's a better company than what it used to be. Now there are some headwinds. There is also the metaverse. We're gonna talk a little bit about this one and see what is actually making the company pretty much dropping its price or its stock price every week. What's going on here? So first things first, let's examine what happened. Meta, Alphabet, Pinterest, all of these advertising company shares sadder on a Snapchat warning here. Snapchat is actually down about 25%, tumbling in the after hours market after disappointing results that were published after the bell. That is the earnings report for Snapchat. They warned that they would see no revenue growth in the normally busy holiday quarter. As usual, you expect the holiday quarter to be a busier time for advertising, and so this actually affected all of these companies like Google, Facebook, Meta, I should say, and all the other advertising companies that get a lot of advertising revenue here. Now, you will see that all of these are actually down quite significantly right now. Alphabet down 2%, Meta 4%, Pinterest 8% over here. And obviously, this will be affecting pretty much all of these companies when the market opens today. But there are some issues about Meta, and obviously, Meta has been down tremendously. It's down 63% right now, and it's heading to almost 70%, which is unheard of. I would never expect this kind of company to go down that much because of the quality that's behind that. But still, it is going down with the rest of the market. And the thing is, in the current economy, where governments pretty much do whatever they can to pretty much decimate economies worldwide, I do not really expect a comeback very soon. It may take a couple of years. Eventually, it will. I'm pretty sure they will go back to their normalcy pretty much. This is what happens with every cycle, every economic cycle. But right now, you are seeing governments, and if you are actually able to decipher what is happening, you are seeing most governments worldwide pretty much doing everything in their power to continue at this pretty much decimation of worldwide economies. So for a while now, I think we're going to be seeing all these suppressed prices for a lot of these great companies. But it may be just a fantastic opportunity to be adding this to a portfolio, and this is why we're talking about all these companies like Meta. And I'm going to be making a video for Google as well, which I also believe is a fantastic opportunity. And I hold both Meta and Google, and I may actually think about even adding a little bit more as they are going down and getting to territory that I would never expect them to see, getting significantly cheap right now, again amidst this current climate. Now, let's take a look at something that is interesting about the metaverse here. Meta documents so main metaverse is losing users and falling short of goals, is what the report said. Now, if you have been watching my videos, I have told you that I don't really believe in the metaverse. I think it's a pretty dumb idea, frankly. Now, I may be mistaken. It may do well. But I don't really think that a product of this sort is what users are actually aiming for. And I do believe that Meta is more than likely going to be losing money on this one. Now, you will see Horizon Worlds, Meta's flagship metaverse for consumers, is failing to meet internal performance expectations. Now, they aim to reach 500,000 monthly active users in Horizon Worlds, but the figure is less than 200,000 right now, according to the report. And the thing is, Facebook, or Meta, I should say, on its own is a fantastic company. They are doing a lot of money. They're making a lot of money. They're doing amazing in terms of free cash flow, net income. They're growing their revenues. Everything is great. But this shifting direction towards metaverse could actually cost them many, many billions here and kind of affect their trajectory. Now, in the long term, in like 5-10 years, which I'm aiming for, I think Meta will do really, really well, and I do expect the company stock price to grow precipitously after, again, we exit this current economic climate right now and the policies that all governments worldwide pretty much impose to people. I think Meta is going to be doing really, really well. But we cannot really pretty much bypass the fact that the metaverse is actually not growing at the rate that Meta would expect for it to grow. And you will see here that only 9% of worlds are visited by at least 50 people, and most are never visited at all, according to the report over here. The report comes as the company stock falls. Of course, so we know that the company stock price has been getting decimated. I talked about it. It's probably getting to about 70% decline soon. Again, adding to the 4% today. And in an effort to drum up some excitement, they created the virtual reality headset, which a lot of people are saying that it is nice. It is pretty expensive, costs $1,500, but it contains some nice technologies, and it's being discussed that it's fantastic. But the thing is, I don't know how people are actually going to feel about this virtual world and how they're gonna be, how much they're gonna be using it and spending money, which is the most important thing. Because I do know from myself that there is just no way for me that I would be spending virtual money. I would spend actual money for like buying virtual shoes and things of that sort that they're aiming to sell in the metaverse. This is something that I would never do, and I don't think that the majority of people would do, because for the most part it's like a meme. It's not really adding value to people's lives. And when a product doesn't add value to people's lives, I'm not a big fan of it. Now that said, in terms of Meta, again, Meta is super cheap, and this is why I bought it. And I have bought it actually before the metaverse was announced. It's been a few years now. But right now you will see that it is sitting at 10 in terms of the P ratio, 9 in terms of the price to free cash flow, and it's going lower and lower. And again, 4% down right now. Today, it looks like, again, $126. It looks like we're getting an even better valuation now, with all the metrics of the company being amazing here. And again, I have talked about this company in multiple videos. They have amazing net income margins here, obviously, because they are a software company. They are just advertising, so they have huge margins here. They have been buying back stock. They basically have very little debt, almost no debt at all, frankly. They still have amazing returns on equity, for example, and they're growing their revenue, net income. It's a fantastic business over here overall. And you will see, if you take a quick peek at the income statements, you will quickly see that they have grown their revenues at a tremendous pace. And I basically bought like at about this stage over here, and they have grown quite a lot since then. And from 40, they have come up to 120 almost over here. And in terms of the net income, 15 to 40 as well, more than actually and about 340 increase here. And in terms of the balance sheet, again, increasing their total assets, total equity over here, 74 to 124 billion, without any extra debt here. They're pretty much just buying back shares and still increasing their total equity, even though they do spend money buying back shares. So it's actually a fantastic thing to see here. And in terms of the free cash flow, again, a free cash flow machine, which I just have trouble understanding why people actually sell. But again, everything happens, everything goes when we're having a downturn for the whole economy and pretty much stocks. And you will see here that they are making 57 in terms of operating cash flow, and in terms of free cash flow, 40 billion over here. From 17, that is, 17 to 40 is how they have grown. And in terms of financing, they are spending a lot of money here, a ton of money, for the most part buying back stock, repurchasing common stock, as you'll see, insane repurchasing of common stock, which is of course what you should be doing when the stock price is cheap. And is it cheap? Let's examine our stock evaluation tool. Now you will see that the revenue growth of the company has been tremendous through the years. Now for this exercise, for these projections, we're gonna go much lower. We're going to go 5%, 7%, and 9%, which is much less than what they have been achieving. And I think they're gonna be doing better, frankly. But let's try that. And in terms of net income margins, I'm gonna go slightly lower, 28, 30, and 32 over here. And free cash flow margins of they do about a 90 to 100 over here. So I'm gonna go 90. Let's go 95 and 100, an annual return of 13%. And if we hit calculate with our tool here, you will see that we are super comfortably in the green for every of our projections here, even with a 5% revenue growth. And even at a 0% revenue growth for every one of these projections, we are still in the green, and very comfortably at that. 146 is actually our max price to pay for our low estimates, with a 0% revenue growth and net income margin of 28%, which is less, significantly less than what they have actually been achieving. And the current price is actually going to be less than the one that's actually printed here, because again, we're looking at the company stock price going even lower. So Meta, in my view, is actually an amazing bargain right now. I just can't fathom how people are actually selling this, but this is exactly what happens when we're having an insane downturn, a bear market. You can get these fantastic opportunities. And this is why, for me, Meta is an insanely good buy right now. And I would really, really think about potentially adding some more to my portfolio, even though I have quite a big amount of Meta. As I mentioned, at about 158 cost basis, which I think also it's fantastic in terms of a price. But right now, sitting at 127, it becomes even more attractive to me. But do tell me what you think about Meta. I will be making another video about Google as well, which is another great one that has been going down quite a lot as well. The Nasdaq has been getting decimated again. You will see today it was down after it was actually up at some point, then it went down again, doing its usual thing, with the Biden administration pretty much causing all these red days every day. At some point, hopefully, we'll get back in the green. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.